Alright, here we go. We're generating electricity here. Very small amounts, but we're still generating. Took the standard coil that I've been using for a while. I call it appliance coil, appliance valve coil, and then small magnets, 6x3s, about 5 in here, in a straw. The straw helps it to run real smooth, as you can see. The other ones, when it's just the magnets inside, it scrapes and snaps and does all kinds of noises. So by having a straw and they fit inside, I gotta get another way of mounting the large magnets. These, when I put these inside, I get better results with these. Anyway, we're generating 1.5 volts AC, very small. The other day with these larger magnets, I was able to generate 10.1 volt with 2 of them, and they were on a stack of the small ones, but they weren't in a tube, so they were very noisy, and they kind of strike the inside of the coil and everything. Plus, getting something like this to fit just right is always a challenge. This is just, like I said, I make everything with off-the-shelf components. This is some kind of a plastic container that I had up in my cabinet that I keep, but it's nice and quiet. I like that. So purrs like a kitten. Anyway, now we're getting 1.4. So I always say that's really not enough. I'm shooting always for 12 volts. I might even double up on these, but it has to do with magnet size. If you let that coil stay real close to the three fat wide ones, those are 7/8 magnets, you'll get a voltage, a good voltage. Problem is, as this membrane changes, it flexes up or down. It can be inwards, like concave or convex. It will strike it, so you have to have the magnets inside the coil. This works perfectly for these, but get them to fit right. And then I've got another coil which I'm going to swap back over. It's from a gas dryer, and it's a double coil. I might even be able to stack them up with magnets inside. And of course, the more magnets you have, the stronger the magnetic field, then you get more voltage. But you can get to a point where there's too much weight. But this thing can handle a bunch of weight. I'm amazed how much that little engine can hold. Quite a bit of weight. And you can hear this gurgling, the self-tuner I call it. So, and I can shut the valve off and it stops gurgling, and then it usually really takes off at that point. But it's been running for about an hour, and I want to make sure everything's working right before I do a video. And as you can see, it's running real smooth, purring like a kitten. All right, stay tuned.